We all sat down at Reading Festival, which is a festival we used to go to for the best part of 10 years, I guess, right?
I went 8 out of 9 years to Reading, yeah.
Yeah. We've been going for a long time, so between the ages of 17 and 26 for me, Reading had changed a lot. And whether Reading had actually changed or whether we'd become more aware of the commercial aspects of it, it felt like it was changing, and they brought in more people but never gave you anything back, right? So they just sold more tickets and it felt more cramped with less facilities. That's what, whether or not that's a reality, that's what it felt like, and that's why we sat there and had a real proper stoned pissed campfire conversation, which went, oh man, we know what is good about festivals, we know what we'd like, we could do this.
I mean, ultimately, I think it comes down to like quality of the experience for the people that come to the festival.
Yeah.
And so what we wanted to do was give, better quality in terms of sound on the stages, food and drink that you can buy, toilets, cleanliness of toilets, cleanliness of the site, beauty of the site.
We spent an inordinate amount of time curating the tiny little experience things, and it's not always successful because it's a once a year thing. It's really hard to do, but understanding the flow of people around the site, little things is pinch points and trying to remove anything remotely annoying about the site.
For me, what I do differently, if I could go back and talk to myself in 2006 when we first came up with the idea, is to tell myself to follow the musical direction that is actually what I would have done originally would have been to make a rock festival. And I don't think in 2007 we made a rock festival. We made a broad festival.
For me, because you're like heading up the music side and I'm heading up the creative side, what I would do differently is I spent an inordinate amount of time building little pretty arty things which looked amazing when you stood like this far away from them, and then you put them in a big field and you spent a week making something, you put it in a field and it just went, where's it gone? Because everyone's like 300 metres away, can't see this little thing.
So is there anything that, because I know you want to kind of expand, I'm all about like bands, and you want to expand other stuff in the festival going forward, I think, don't you? Like new areas and stuff.
Music is one part of it, and as I've said previously, your generalised experience of it is as well, but there are plenty of things outside a musical experience that are fun to have at a festival. And as you and I get older, and I've got 2 kids and you've got 1, you suddenly realise that the musical experience is quite hard to continue for when you get into your 30s and late 30s. So having that kind of having an area where you can go with your children, but you're not sent off to a far field. You're not just ditched over. Go to the family area, so you get over there. It's more like integrating, enabling families who are, just because you have children doesn't mean you stop being a muso, right? You still want to go and see Enshikara and your favourite bands at the festival, but how can you enable people to do it in a safe and fun way with their children at the same time?
At the moment, I'm like part of the way through booking next year's lineup, and I'm feeling really good about the second stage is like amazing. It's the best second stage we've ever had. Really strong. Headliners on the main stage I'm still working through, but it doesn't make me nervous because it's about strength and depth.
It's definitely frustrating how long that takes to book. Because from a creative sales and marketing point of view, I'm involved with, you just want to tell people about how awesome it is. The most frustrating thing I think is embargoes. So you book an amazing band. So you booked an amazing band. Now we've got an amazing band booked, but you can't talk about it for months.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months nearly.
Yeah. Just
waiting there, thinking there's this thing to talk about.
In terms of when we talk about what's the most rewarding thing, I think, for me, there's 6 of us that run 2000trees. So obviously we're brothers, and then the other 4 are my best friends. So I feel like creating something, it's a bit cheesy, but like creating something with your friends and family that is your job, but also is like the ultimate hobby as well.
My favourite bit is building it. In a sense, when everyone comes, it's a little bit like, oh, hey, where have all these people come from? I've been here for 2 weeks in a field on my own, swimming in the lake, having barbecues, having beers, playing beer pong, having an amazing time. Just from a creating something from nothing aspect, it is amazing. I don't think there's anything more creative that I've ever done.
Yeah.
More purely creative. Do whatever you like. It's just like, there you go, there's a field, do whatever you like.
Yeah.
Terrifying also.
It is terrifying. I think people are always surprised that if you came to 2000 Trees exactly a week before, there would be nothing there. It is just it's a sheep farm.
And then a week after nothing.
Yeah, not even a week, is it? It's like 4 or 5 days and it's all gone. Yeah.
Yeah, long may it continue.